They cannot pump it to 3 toughness. So see ya. Oh, I told you. Man, they scoop so fast against this deck. You know what? Let's go Mastermind because it's super annoying and we can use the ability. Oh my god. With High Noon? With High Noon they cannot answer it. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today deck that absolutely murders meta aggro, and it's not even close. And we will spice today's video a little bit, and we'll play 10 games and officially confirm if playing just basically full removal deck with nothing else going on except like a lone Sheoldred to win the game is enough to beat the whole format. And I will show you the stats, and there will be stories. Like, I have some thoughts after this, so we will check the matchups, all of this stuff. So that will be in the outro, but first let's go into the gameplay. But before that, a huge amazing thank you to our absolute legend for today, Colvin Fitzgerald, one of our veterans on the channel, our VIP, and really thank you, man, for your support. I hope you're enjoying the channel, and you know, this might be not the most crazy combo deck, but I'll tell you, deck that completely destroys all the aggro decks is something else, so I hope you will like it and the video will be pretty fun. So really thank you for that, and yeah, let's go into the gameplay and have some, you know, anti-aggro fun, I guess. On the draw, but it doesn't matter to this deck. Finally, there exists an aggro in Standard. Thank you, thank you. Our opponent is hasting to his demise, and I think we already won the game. Like, I'll be honest, we already won. I don't think our opponent can do literally anything here. Isn't it funny that the game didn't start? I don't know what this guy is doing, but all I know is that I won the game. Disfigure is probably nice here, but I'm not really sure what they play. Let's check the priority. I mean, that's something. So Monstrous Rage can save this against Cut Down. And Disfigure as well. So if we cannot kill it right now, I mean, we can just wait and see. So they will probably start by attacking. What is the play? Show me. So they will deal damage, which can trigger some of their abilities, but it's not Rakdos, so it shouldn't be like the typical lizard deck. I think it's mono red with lizards and the nemesis. I think that's the thing. Like, if that's all they are doing, like, I'm fine with it. Like, we will win the game anyway. Ah, you cannot pump it. You cannot. I think they only play Monstrous Rage in the whole deck as the pump spell. So, do I want to keep removal? That's usually the question that ends with yes. But we can also start hitting their hand. I honestly think that we'll wait one turn, remove everything they will play, potentially going split up if they commit too heavily, and then go Liliana into 1 mana removal to protect her. I think that should be good enough. Alright, for this reason we are playing Fountainport right now. And I think we discard this, we don't need more lands this game. That should be good enough. They can deal some direct damage, they play shocks, 4 shocks and 4 lightning strikes. I think that's the build. And that means they need 2 different cards to hit Liliana, which will drain in total 3 cards of their hand, so more than half. I'm not sure if that's the version, I don't remember this card. So maybe this is something else, but that's my guess. 4 shocks, 4 lightning strikes, 4 nemesis, 4 swift spears, 4 claws, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Probably also 4 sellswords. So indeed, see, everything as we expected. And they are down to 3 cards after drawing. Sure, we have plenty of removal for you, my friend. I want to get a little bit more value. Oh, this is good. This is good. This will get them so hard. So the moment they cast a spell, they instantly lose their highest claw. I guess they can pump it for 2 mana. Oh, they will do it at the end step. But then we cannot answer because we can play only 1 card a turn. So that might be a bit of a whiff from my side. Maybe I should wait and try to bait their mistake. Because that will be our turn. We have no priority. However, we are at 16, so they actually need to deal so much more damage. And they didn't go for the pump, which is really nice for us. So they want to add to the board, but then they cannot protect any creature. And this is only 2 damage. I think we will use the cut down. No blockers. Let's see if they pump. Yep. So cut down or disfigure. I think Monstrous Rage kinda goes around both of them. So after this triggers, it's 3-4 with this, so we have to split it up. I don't think it super matters, so let's go for this. They play mice, so this is a little bit better against that. I think they will be able to Monstrous Rage this. Yep. But that will be their last attack that is successful. And then we can defend for the rest of the game, and I don't think they will do anything about it. This is tapped. And of course we save the black mana. We also can answer every creature played instantly by removing it. Perfect. I bet he wants to, you know, play more spells this turn, but that won't be the case. And we have Fountainport and they do not. So we will get some passive value over time. And it starts. However, we don't have instant removal for this turn, so they might sneak something maybe, but they need to have it as well. Let's go with the fish. We pay life, we don't care. Here's the Fountainport, very good draw. I could start going with Fortress, especially that I don't have too much interaction, so you know what, let's actually go with it. This is our attacker. Looks better. And we can keep doing it. Every time they are passive and they don't get the draw that they need, we can do this. Can I Fountainport into split up? Yes, we can. Oh, this is such a bad draw. Like, this is such a bad draw, man. We want to keep trading for every creature, so let's sneak 1 damage. They will probably be, why are you attacking with this? And we have no downside, so we can try it, because maybe we will sneak some 1 extra damage. And that might matter at some point. Because we have Shelly. See, they're scared. Mono-red just being scared of our deck. That's how we like it. And I mean... Oh, I don't need to do it now. I didn't really think that he will go for this play. Now we can just kill it. Untap. Let's actually not mess it, because that would be really bad. Like, really bad. And we got a free sweeper. Man, this is so... Oh my god. It's happening, and the Fish of Doom is always just bamboozling every aggro player with pure fear. Alright, that's everything. We will draw a card later after we play Sheoldred, because that is also 2 extra life gain. I can attack. They will be scared, right? Now let's play Shelly first. Because if they block, I actually lose the life gain, so it's not worth the risk. Here we go. They don't really want to trade against this, so they will take... Man, this fish is just doing work. Theoretically, they can kill Shelly with 2 perfect cards, however they cannot play them in 1 turn because of High Noon. They play 3 Frenzies though. Yeah, I think with Frenzy they can actually kill Shelly. Alright, that's fine. No spell cast so far, so that's something we need to, you know, keep in mind. I might actually ignore this attack if they attack. I think they should bluff attack. I would, well, you know what? Yeah, let's go for it, because it's more mana efficient this way, so we can start attacking with the Reef. And we live gain, and as you can see, they cannot do much. So, let's, you know, have some fun here. We kill the mouse, we hit their face, they scoop. That's the plan, and I think it will work very nicely. I could go for the Reef, but I want to have control over the game, because with Sheoldred I still win anyway. You can see that those Fountainports give you this extra value that is basically your opponent that is playing aggro doesn't have this extra value. So over time you just grind them and you always win, because you have like 2 or 3 extra cards during the game. So that means they have empty board and you have removal in the hand and Sheoldred on the board. Oh man, we kinda needed to work, but I told you, moment I've seen my hand, I knew that we are winning this. Alright, so what can we do? We will definitely cycle this. We don't have too many threats, and if they have Counterspell or Liliana answer, we are in some serious trouble. So I actually think we'll wait until they tap, hopefully, and I'm not sure if they will. Perfect, I really hope for... Why? Why would... It's an outlaw. Oh no, it's an outlaw. I don't have removal for it. I thought that the priority passed for some reason. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. We can go split up or Liliana. We could go Shelly, but this is our best card. Oh, they know about Liliana. I want to, you know, free some clutter. Alright, alright. We'll try to fight it. This is probably not really what they want to counter, and on the next turn we have 5 mana. I predict another Mastermind. Here we go. Here we go. That's why they didn't super care. I need them to tap at some point, please. Okay. But at least we go around Phantom Interference at this point, right? So it's not the... Oh, this is good. This is good. Let's start with Liliana. Because we want to pass her through the counter spells. Why not a counter spell that gives you this 1 extra mana? I mean, why not, right? However, we still get rid of a lot of stuff. And now they will have to tap probably because they don't have flash creatures anymore. Probably. They might be playing Annex. I'm not sure if they will, but I think it feels like the deck is from, you know, the championship. I think that was the build, right? They had 2 of them. Alright. What happens now? I don't remember right now the full deck list, to be honest. I remembered, but not right now. And I think we'll go with the Courtyard. We will keep the removal, and then we will play Shelly. Alright, smart. They went in between the minus effect. However, if they play a different creature that isn't a rogue, which is an outlaw, and this card... Oh, I wish I had go for the fraud here. That would make such a difference. And they will probably do nothing, right? Okay, perfect. And this is literally what I was waiting for. Alright, they fully tapped, we can clear the board, and we can... I actually want... Oh, the second Sheoldred. Just because we have second Sheoldred. If that was a land, I would probably +1, but we'll see, we'll see. So now they need to find removal into removal, but they are good at the game, right? They have it. Easy. They have 2 of those, if I recall, and 4 go for the fraud, so they're actually super packed with removal. And they are tapped, they have priority, so they drew a land on this turn. We go like this, and we are both just checking who draws more removal. Is our opponent good at magic and he has another? Apparently not. They need to draw removal in like 2 or 3 turns. Like, this is kinda what Sheoldred does, forces your opponent to instantly remove it. Why would you take the damage there? Okay, I have no idea. So we will go with the treasure, and we'll try to go virtue to hopefully kill them before they can recover. We can kill a lot of demons, and they probably know that we can go virtue. They have counter spells, which is not amazing. I will still go for this play. They are waiting with a counter spell, right? However, on the next turn we can't go around counterspell. They will go to 4 mana, but if they want to play some... Yeah, I think it's better. We also get our next draw a little bit stronger. This is not a perfect card. It can hit something small and cheap like a Mastermind. Or Bronco. They play 2 Broncos. I think if we want removal, it has to be something that hits Demon. And if they are not doing anything, we don't need to do anything too much, because I want to catch them when they are tapped a little bit. Alright, they will recover very soon, so we need to strike probably on the next turn. And we'll have enough mana so we can pay the extra, which means that most counter spells won't work. They need 4 mana for Mastermind into the spell starter, and I don't think they have it. And even if they do, they don't have mana to play it. That's why we're creating this extra mana. Yeah, that makes sense. So, we are going with this, and we can pay 2 mana, so I think this should stick. By the way, we can actually steal the demon if we want. They have Jace in the deck, so that's something we need to be aware of. And I mean, let's play the land. We have more virtues, so we actually might need them. We can still go for the fraud if we want at the end step, and now we are getting Sheoldred every single turn. And if I recall, I think they don't have anything for virtue once this hits the board. I think they actually don't have the answer in their whole deck. They have 2 spell starters, I think maybe even 4 duress. Here's the Jace, one of the 2 if I recall. This will be a little bit scary, but they cannot go for the demon yet. But we need to be ready. I would love to get some loyalty out of this Jace. Sure, that will be a huge problem, especially that they have Annex, so it hits super hard. It has to be Shelly, right? It's just best. Let's not take the Excruciator, that would be like very silly. You know, just shuffler things. What can I say, man? Alright, so right now we are not doing an... I guess we could draw a card. I want double Virtue. I mean, it's not bad, right? It creates 2 creatures every turn. I'll take it. I'll actually take it. And we can draw cards with those treasures later if you want, or we want to or we can sacrifice them for tempo. Yep. The problem is that it taxes their mana super hard. And once we get 2 creatures a turn, I'm not sure what the second creature, maybe Mastermind or something, it kinda helps them to mill us, but their idea is still Excruciator, because if they have second Jace, this is 7 loyalty, so 21 cards, potentially 24, so we are not close to this. Alright, man, double Virtue of Persistence. Can we break through Annex? Alright, Liliana. With Liliana we'll never get them to 0 cards, so it's probably not as strong. And they kinda give up Jace here. Tapland, so they probably won't do much. And I think... Sure. Alright, go for the Throat Hearts. I would love to keep it. Down to 8. Alright, we need to be decisive. Definitely Shelly. And I guess the Mastermind. I don't have blue mana, I can use treasures to provide it. Bronco is really good because we can saddle it. I will... They are drawing 2 cards a turn. You know what, let's go Mastermind because it's super annoying and we can use the ability. Oh my god, with High Noon? With High Noon they cannot answer it. It will be too slow, like they need way more plays. By the way, we have red mana. So we can sacrifice it. I will click it quick. Alright, it's not sorcerer speed. So moment they go to 5, we can literally kill them right now. And they will at the end step. We don't have removal for the demon, so that's something we need to consider. Sure. And I think they will be dead on 1 turn. Hainon will get it. They can only make 1 play this whole turn. And that's it. That's everything. So they will go to 8. We want this fish, that's for sure. Alright. We can attack, so we can deal some damage. But right, I forgot about this damage. And this is perfect. I would love to hit it first. And they played the card for this turn. So now they cannot counter it, even if they have a counter spell. And that's a lethal. Oh man, that was so clutch. You know what? Let's have some fun. Our opponent is dead, and we will make sure that it will be as epic as it gets. Will this lose me the game? I hope it won't. I hope it won't. They can probably kill Sheoldred, so it's not completely over, but we have High Noon. So if they kill Shelly, we activate High Noon and kill them anyway. Face is the place. And we are the demon deck right now. And another kinda control-ish deck, beaten. They have some creatures, but they also have the full control Excruciator combo, basically. Yep. And we could even sacrifice it for a card. Oh man, what a game. Bitter Reunion. So, man, not an aggro deck. Not an aggro deck. Man, it's impressive how little aggro there is in Standard today. It's... There's so little aggro. So, let's go with Liliana. They can attack with 1 creature, so we probably will keep go for the throat for a very long time. If we draw a land, we might drop Sheoldred, because it's very hard for them to remove, and then we try to protect both Liliana and Shelly. There's also a chance we just go for the, ultimate from Liliana. They can deal some damage with Carnosaurs. Oh, they discarded the bat. Their hand must be pretty good. Especially if they want to play Tapland, the 2-drop is perfect, so they might have more. They have more. However, this is their only play and they're not really getting any real value. They should go for the throat probably, but it's not the biggest difference. By the way, you can cycle Pest Control on top of your spell, because it's not a spell, it's just, activating ability, but you don't cast spell. Alright, Disfigure is a nice one. It honestly is a nice one. We definitely +1 on this turn. So we do it now, we get back our Go for the Throat, and I honestly think we go for Pest Control. I really want to remove something, then play a land on the next turn if we can draw it, play Shelly, and our hand will be empty. Alright, still not hitting the big stuff, but it will happen. We already got one of the bats, so that's nice. They know they cannot attack with this. Alright, here we go. Don't forget they have haste on Reunion. So we have two ways to play this. Either keep on removal, or just go with Liliana. If we draw a land, go for the Throat into land, into Shelly, into +1 Liliana is amazing. But if we whiff on the land, we cannot +1, and that's a problem. We could also use Liliana -2, get rid of this, and force them to play another creature. Only Carnosaur is a problem, probably. I will risk it for the ultimate. I think the better plan would be to -2 Liliana, but this one is more epic. We have some top deck chances, and if we don't get them, it's still fine. Let's go with this one. We might regret not having removal, but at some point I will draw a land, right? I have to, and next turn is already ultimate. So they can give it haste. I think they need to deal face damage, right? They actually went for the face damage. Alright, let's see what is the card, how good at Magic they are. A duress. Oh, well, enjoy your duress. They took an enormous they sacrificed everything for this play. And you know what? I cannot play Shelly on this turn. So I could just -2, but they still have Vents, and that's a good card. So I still think we go for the ultimate. Liliana is amazing here, I'll be honest. She is amazing. If I had more loyalty, I would ultimate, but here I think it's just better. Split up, probably not. Well, it can work. They don't have haste, but we have a lot of removal, and we probably want to start hitting something that isn't it, at least for a moment. They can attack with Vents and cycle the cards, but they are not killing Liliana, and she can survive 2 hits, which is especially good with Sheoldred. This has Menace, so our Sheoldred won't be able to block. And let's see if they don't like the card. They actually like it. They know about Shelly, so I expect this to be a removal. Which means that we need to do it now. Because otherwise, and this is what you can see, based on their decisions. Wow, this was Carnosaur. Oh man, why wouldn't you just hit Liliana with this? Alright, listen, I'll take it. I'll take it. And our opponent now is under our clock. They cannot hold any kind of spell. They need to deal 5 damage. And they just top-decked Rakdos, Patron of Chaos, literally from the top. I actually have to decline and give them 2 cards. At least we deal damage, but I cannot believe how insane this top deck they got. That's huge. That's actually insanely huge. And I also need -2 Liliana, because this has to go, and it already gave them insane value. Alright, at least we have the thing. I don't have enough mana. We can use 1 High Noon probably during the game for 5 damage, but I don't think we'll have time. Like, we need to make a treasure with this, so it's 5 mana and 5 with the High Noon, so it's a lot of mana. Alright, down to 8. I cannot believe they literally just drew Rakdos, Patron of Chaos from the top, and, you know, just rolling with it. And I think we will still win, even despite this, which is insane. We will definitely make a token. I would create a treasure if I could, but we have this land tapped right now. So we will at least go for some extra damage. Life gain, nice. We get rid of the last card, so they're back in top deck mode, so maybe this time they don't draw, you know, 3 cards in one. And how can we play this? If we attack, they just block, and we only deal 1 damage with fish. We could go with the fortress, and that's really good. Alright, I think we can go with this. They cannot deal too much damage. They have to block Shelly, otherwise they take too much damage. And this all already triggers by just attacking. And we're at 20, so we're at no risk of losing. That's why we can play this strategy, because we have still like Restless Fortress and stuff, and Fountainport, Liliana, and we can always use High Noon ability, so they're right now dead if they cannot live gain. And so far they didn't have a single live gain card, and I guess the bat is the only live gain they have in the whole deck, so it won't be enough. And that means we can make a treasure on one turn and then go High Noon and their upkeep, and they're dead. And we will do it if we have to. So they have one random card, and I cannot believe we got matched with a deck that basically doesn't really rely on creatures. They got Rakdos, and we still won anyway. I would love to be on the play, because that's what good players do. However, at the same time, you know, we'll just go with a good old Disfigure. I think Cutdown will hit something nicely later. So, the first... Oh, already losing the game. Oh, our opponent already cannot play the game, it seems. Man, they already lost the game. That like, legit, they cannot do anything at this point. This is something we want to kill not with Liliana, but by one of the spells. Let's go with the Plains, maybe? Do we want this figure? This figure is very good against Scamp, so let's go for this. They cannot pump it to 3 toughness. So see ya! Oh, I told you, man, they scoop so fast against this deck. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a very weird day on the arena, because there were some games you didn't see, and like, listen, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but you know what I have seen today? I have seen the weirdest deck ever that I didn't know existed, and I never met it on any kind of game, any ladder, anywhere. Like, you probably have it in the background right now, and it happened. So this deck might give you some weird games, and I've met so much control, because you want to see those juicy stats, right? Alright, so we will go to the stats in a second, because first I want to say a huge thank you to our amazing patrons that let us experiment with the stats of our whole removal deck against the current meta, and we can all have fun with this. So really thank you guys for your support, it is appreciated as always, and I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did. And like, there's so much to talk about it. We won't talk too much about the deck, it's simple, right? We have High Noon. The only question that you probably will ask, why Noon 4 High Noons? The answer is simple. I don't want to draw 2 of them, and even if I don't draw any of them, my deck still does the same thing. So you can even go to 2 to make sure that you never overdraw them, but I think 3 is the perfect amount. And I think Split Up is a great addition to this one, because we have done similar deck and we also had similar results, so some of you already know. And this one is basically 3 mana removal at sorcery speed, so it's not the worst even as a single removal, but it gives you the option to sweep the board. And I think this is perfect synergy, because we still want to trade 1-for-1 most of the time, so most of the time we don't need a sweeper. However, there are like rabbit decks, and they create 3 tokens with 1 creature or with 1 card, and Split Up is just perfect against this. Or Overlord, for example, White Overlord creates 3 different creatures with a single card, and then Split Up just kills everything perfectly, and it's at the cost of murder basically. So this is a very efficient addition. We also have Pest Control for those tokens, and you can always cycle it. So on the stats, that's what you want to know. We went 6 wins and 4 losses, so we officially beat standard with the deck that kinda does nothing. Like, if not this and this deck cannot even win. And it is enough, because we have so much aggro decks, but I'll be honest, I expected to play mostly against red decks over and over, and I have to say I only met 2 mono red decks in those 10 games, only 2 of them, and one was Boros, and you know what draw I got? I got Fountainport, 1 single, and no other lands. I mulliganed, and I got double Fountainport, and this is one of those 4 lost games. So oh, Shuffler thinks, what can I say? I was not happy about this game and this draw. I mean, I mulliganed for double Fountainport, and I never drew a colored land during the whole game, and then I died because I was also on the draw. However, even with that game, we still beat the format, and I'll be honest, we played most control games. Like, there were so much control today, and listen, that's a win for me. Even if I lose against control, at least I'm losing against control and not to aggro. And this deck, I think, never lost to aggro except this one game when I couldn't cast my spells because of course mana. So for me, it's a success. We ranked up a little bit and we proved that removal is all you need in standard, which we already knew, I think. And yeah, that's it. I want to see, what you think, guys. So tell me in the comments, like, write what you think, what is your experience. You can play the deck and tell me if you had only control decks, or maybe you are lucky and just got only red aggro decks, which I never thought I will use as a sentence, like mono red, hitting, and luck, alright? It's usually the opposite, but with this deck you actually are happy to see mono red because you know you probably won the game. And see you guys tomorrow.